Hello everybody, welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And as always, I also publish on Rumble, on the blogger site as an archive post thingy, and also on Patreon for extra support. And any kind of updates and such, I usually go about on Twitter X platform. And yeah, I have to apologize that yesterday I didn't manage to get around and publish the Star Wars Survivor episode that I promised. I got some internet issues from the ESP side. And yeah, uploads were not working properly. I did manage to thankfully do the upload of the gaming news stuff before like the throttle on that happened. But yeah, late night the problems went away, so everything was on normal mode. And but yeah, yes, I did in the meantime manage to publish the VOD from the latest live stream that I did. It was already uploaded, so it was not about that. But yeah, I managed to, meanwhile, throughout the before I went to bed, to manage to upload both Jedi Survivor and Dead Space Remake episodes. What I'm going to do is I will publish first Jedi Survivor and then Dead Space Remake, because today is always a day for Dead Space Remake uploads there. And also on Rumble, of course, now that everything seems to be okay. But yeah, other than that, I will also try to get around, and I have some theories here with Elden Ring, especially regarding Nox and the Newman. But yeah, I have to save a little bit of time to go about that. So let's go to the news. We got this one. We got supposedly Computex 2024. I'm really not sure what the date is. They didn't mention here, but yeah, but it's not that I have a pet peeve, but it's mostly how this can be perceived, given that Jensen Huang is is the CEO of NVidia, a $1 trillion company there. I don't think this is going to go like really well, especially given that Taiwan is hosting Computex 2024. So yeah, mainly because the quote itself here from off the cuff interview, which is something that usually this guy is not very good at improvising. But yeah. Basically he said in response, I don't know, something regarding the Computex there or something like that, or the industry. He basically said Taiwan is one of the most important countries in the world. It at the center of the electronics industry. The computer industry is built because of Taiwan, so it's a very, very important country. Again, my perception is, in the overall scheme of things, that Taiwan is not considered an independent country from China. They are part of a China country, so we got mainland China and Taiwan. Even though, like in some countries, when you have like people that want independence, you got in case of Spain, Barcelona, you got the Basques there that they want independence for I don't know how many centuries now. There is always this kind of political movements from time to time that erupt in certain countries. To a certain degree, you can also tell that, for example, Texas just want to succeed, or one state might want to succeed, they rumbling. But yeah, the case of Taiwan is a little bit more specific, because to a certain degree is being inflated, and this kind of rhetoric is being inflated by United States itself. And given that NVidia is an American company, you got this highly with very let's say high visibility CEO misspoken about this. At least that's my my perception. I'm not sure if we're going to see any kind of correction in terms of like a quote or something like that to try to do some damage repair here. But yeah, it's just an apart here. But yeah, it's something that I noticed there. We'll see how this goes. If it doesn't affect anything regarding the NVidia company as a whole, because yeah, the environment is a little bit tense there with all the sanctions they want to impose and tariffs and everything between each country. So yeah, this might have some kind of unintended ramifications on certain things. But yeah, hopefully everything is smoothed out and is just be spoken about here, because usually this guy is not very good on improvising, especially on keynotes, but hopefully it's just a blip on the radar and nothing else. So let's go to the news. We got a little bit more rumblings regarding Resident Evil 9, especially somebody noticed that on Play Asia's website, there is a listing for that game. I went there, and yeah, this is like key holder kind of art here, yeah, preliminary picture here. But the fact is, it's more for trying to get pre-orders keep running for the Play Asia site itself. So it's not something that none of the companies have already launched. So it's like a key placeholder to reserve something there. But yeah. We got a lot of also different games that were not announced yet or with fixed release dates. I think Pragmat is one of them. Marvel Wolverine is definitely one of those. Yeah, we got some games here around that they are not. They are all. They are rumored to come out, or they are rumored to have an official announcement here. And I think this one, Biohazard. I'm not sure. Yeah, pre-order. All of this. Yeah, pre-order. Everything here on pre-order is just a lot of games that. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, Death Stranding 2, Grand Theft Auto 6. So this is why I'm not taking this very seriously, and I'm just covering this so you can be aware that the trying to revealing the supposed subtitle again. I don't see anything here. Mainly because of everything is a placeholder at this placing point, and we got, as we see, even Grand Theft Auto 6 is there for pre-order. So take it with huge grain of salt. I got to watch when I woke up the infamous State of Play 2024 from PlayStation. It was like 2-3 a.m. at my time zone, so I didn't want to wake up for that. Yeah, we got this new thing here. I think I saw something, but I'm not sure if I covered this one. It's more about the studio, Firewalk Studios. I think I covered something about these guys. Probably was the announcement of a new game coming out at the time. Yeah, 1/3 of the half-an-hour presentation from State of Play was about this game. It's a 5v5 multiplayer shooter. Only by that, it's not for me, but it seems very in line with trying to be a copycat of Overwatch and Valorant and all those games that are 5v5, so squad v squad kind of multiplayer games. Yeah, and it went well. Yeah, everybody now. Yeah, it's got the pronoun stuff, and the character design is very weird in certain aspects there. The trailer itself seems okay. Even the name that you just got one-off. The robot is one-off, which can identify as a he, him, same as the Netflix movie that with Jennifer Lopez that had a robot identifying with pronouns. Then we got this guy Lark, which doesn't have any decided pronouns to be called. Yeah, but yeah, this is not good. But the thing that came out to my attention is for them, because the gameplay seems solid in the sense that it's very similar to Overwatch, and we saw like 4 guys during the presentation, which were the persons that were in charge with the technical aspect. So gameplay director, the environment and the map designer, or whatever it is, and stuff like that. So the technical stuff that makes a game, yeah, we're all guys there. Yeah, there are 4 guys, if not mistaken. And then, of course, for the IP, we got this Kim Cranes, which is director of the IP. We didn't see any like narrator director. At least that's my perception. We didn't see any narrator directive or like lore stuff. We only saw the guys that basically took care of the gameplay of the game, which is very curious by themselves. But yeah, again, my thing is this is like a new IP, so they can ruin this IP because this is not made for me for sure, and it's not made for, I assume, 90% of the market that will play these games. Yeah, for me, I really don't care. But yeah, the robot has pronouns. It's from Cabrutas. Learning the law. Oh my god, finally a playable tank. Yeah, this is not good again. But yeah, this is not made for a lot of people. Again, my recommendation is, if you think you have a market to play at, don't ruin the existing IPs. You create your own original ideas and you go forth and try it out on the real world and see how it goes. My assumption this is not going to work out very well for this game Concord. It's not going to work out very well. Again, it's already similar to a lot of games out there like Overwatch and the such, these kind of games. The style of animation and even the thing is very similar to Overwatch, at least from what I've been seeing from what I saw from Overwatch. It's very similar, the kind of animation art style there. At least it seems so. Again, I'm not an expert on that. But yeah, 1/3 of the presentation was dedicated to this, and it started with this IP. Again, I wish them luck. Again, it's a new IP. They can ruin that IP for me. I don't really care that much. But even the game itself as a 5v5 multiplayer is not for me. So it's something that I will probably not cover. But yeah, I don't. And I think this is going to launch now in August. So yeah. The animation, the movies seem kind of okayish. Yeah, it seemed like enticing there. Very kind of Marvels on the Galaxy, trying to get around and getting around that kind of dynamic at the beginning, during the movie sequence there, for the CGI part there. But then when they start going through the character selection and showing off gameplay, it just completely lost, because it seems like a copycat of, to a certain degree, of Overwatch or this kind of games. But yeah, 10 minutes of my life that I will not recover after watching this presentation. Then you got, again, I'm just talking about this, what brings to my attention that might worth talking about on the, because there is a lot of stuff that afterwards the 20 minutes, even though it seemed like 1 hour, it was just half an hour presentation. It seems to be dragging along in a lot of stuff. But yeah, we got finally Ragnarok confirmation coming to PC. It's going to require PSN linkage, so one last game to play on Steam. Again, I don't doubt that the game is very good. You've got seems to be an excellent port there with all the PC exclusive features there. But yeah, the fact that you need a PSN account requirement to play the game, because it's a single player game. This is it's something that I already talked about. Sony will not give up on this thing here, because they need to bolster their PSN account numbers to try and justify whatever they need to justify to the investors and all that jazz. People need to wake up. Again, it's not something that I'm going to support, because I'm not going to create a PSN account. That's for sure. So it's a game that I'm not going to play. At least officially, and this will only bolster people that that don't have access, even if they want to create a PSN account that they cannot create because it's not available on their country, and they want to even buy it on, for example, Steam, but it's delisted there. Again, this is only going to encourage piracy for sure, because the games are good. A lot of the games are really, really, really good. And especially if you're going for single player games, it's easy enough to pirate the game and download it from a torrent site or whatever, and play the game by yourself in the countries that they are not eligible to get a PSN account. Again, we're hammering this nail over and over, because one of the big things that Steam managed to do is being available basically worldwide, and basically virtually in almost every country in the world. and it gives accessibility to people to buy their games. Got always something, got always some fest or some deal here and there that it makes more accessible for people to play the game. People tend to prefer, okay, I cannot buy this game at full price. I will wait like 6 months or so until it drops a little bit, and then they buy the game. And people don't might notice, but this decreases the probability of people start pirating games, and this will only increase, especially from a PlayStation published games. We still have a few games that don't have this requirement. Like for example, Days Gone seems a pretty good game. Yeah, but I think now all of the PC ports they're going to have this requirement here, and by extent they're already throwing out 170 countries at least out of the gate of being able to play this game. It might not be a huge amount, but even if it is 10%, it's 10% of sales they are losing, which is more. But yeah, you're going to see probably during the summer or during this year some articles here and there that might want to cover that regarding piracy, a little bit uptick on piracy, especially on PlayStation games that are being launched throughout this year that need this PSN requirement. I'm almost sure that some site will cover this. But yeah, it is what it is. It's one last game that I'm going to play because I think in my country, in the country that I am, UAE, you can have a PSN account. But I'm not going to create a PSN account. I'm not going to play this game. I got as a PC player, I have thousands of games that I can play at this moment in time, and in the future that I don't need to. I don't have FOMO of missing out a game here and there, especially from PlayStation, given this kind of requirements. But yeah, continue with that. You got the Resident Evil 2 remake. We got kind of a trailer here on the state of play, and then there was a Silent Hill transmission with supposedly 15 minutes of gameplay. Again, this game, just by the trailers themselves, it seems weird. There's something is not good on this game. I don't know if it is mechanic wise. Again, on the trailer, they seem to highlight a lot the combat there. Even though this game was not very much well known for combat, it's more about psychological terror and horror of the character that is going through than just the combat itself. And then the 15-minute gameplay stuff that had on Silent Hill transmission, I thought that, it was from my part watching the video, but yeah, it seems to be having some performance issues, a lot of kind of jitterish or kind of almost oh my god, frame stuttering around there. Seems very weird. And again, the graphics doesn't seem very up to date there. Seems like 5 years ago kind of a thing there. Yeah, there's something, and not very well polished. It's not even the graphics doesn't seem polished enough to go about this. Yeah, this game doesn't seem to be in pretty good state here. Again, I think Konami just want the pachinko money, the pachinko machine money, and that's it. I don't see them caring too much and getting around and give enough resources for people to work on the games there, on the IPs that they own for PC and consoles. But yeah, it's going to have $80 deluxe edition. Okay, whatever. But yeah, doesn't seem to be in a good state. But again, going to have an October release date. We'll have to wait and see for the reviews when the game comes out. And in the middle of the jumble there of a lot of weird games and PSVR 2 games, or whatever they are called, the virtual reality games, we got a little trailer from the Where Winds Meet. Again, I'm very interested in this game, and supposedly it was a PC exclusive, but it seems that they are going to manage to get around and do a console port for this game. Again, I'm very interested. You got a little bit kind of more details. Again, I think I'm not sure. Again, I assume it is gameplay on the combat part there. Seems pretty interesting on what they're going about there. Yeah, I'm really interested in this game. Again, it was just a trailer to announce that they are coming to PlayStation also, because it was basically PC exclusive. And they got a closed beta for US players recently. I didn't see anything about this, or at least I don't remember covering this. Again, just a reminder, the game is set during the 5 Dynasties and the 10 Kingdoms period in Imperial China before the year 1000. Again, seems like an open world, it's made, I think, from a Chinese company there. But yeah, I'm very interested regarding this game. And finally, almost the closing thing here was the Monster Hunter Wilds, the first trailer, because it was the previous one was more about the teaser there. This one has a more first trailer feeling about it. We got some gameplay in the meanwhile, and some mixed with the CGI kind of thing there. Again, we got kind of a tease of what the story might be. So basically, you're part of an expedition that through a guild to help explore whatever the lands here, the wild stuff, or the wild lands, forbidden lands. Sorry. Yeah, it seems pretty good. The part of the gameplay itself, it seems like an upgraded version of the gameplay that I saw from Monster Hunter World. Very interesting, the mechanic of you be able to climb the mount there to run away in certain situations where you're fighting like the huge monsters there. Yeah, we didn't have like an in-depth dive on the mechanics of the things, but yeah, it seems more fluid enough. Yeah, I'm interested in playing this game. I think this might be the game that I'm going to enter on the Monster Hunter franchise, because I think I'm a little bit too late on the Monster Hunter World stuff there. It's already been out for a few years, and I don't think I have time to try to catch up with all of that. I think I might try and check Monster Hunter Wilds to be the entry point for the Monster Hunter franchise there. But yeah, it seems pretty good and very interesting tease as a first trailer. And yeah, in terms of the technical aspect of the gameplay there, in terms of fidelity and everything, again, didn't manage to get around to give us a good idea. But yeah, seems okay. No, I didn't see any kind of issues. People that are more in the Monster Hunter world might be able to give more detailed commentary, but from my perspective, it seems pretty good. I'm interested on playing this game when it comes out. But yeah, basically this is kind of the news that I got here. We're starting to see throughout this summer a lot of gaming news and a lot of this stuff. But yeah, the main takeaway is we'll see how Concord will do in this summer. I think it's going to be a bust, but whatever. It's not a game made for me. And at least if they ruin an IP, it's a new IP out of the gate, which is something that I concur. If you think you have a new idea and you want to develop it, don't screw around with IPs that already exist and they have a certain way of being about that IP and try to ruin that to make an experiment of an ideology. I think that's the best way. If you think it's that good, you create a new IP for the idea that you have for a game. But yeah, we're going for some gaming deals. We still have Pacific Drive 20% off. We got Dave the Diver 25% off. We got Sharkpunk 30% off. If you're not sure this is the game for you, you always have the demo stuff, which is always excellent to have this. We got Aliens Dark Descent. I think this is a new arrival for this period in terms of deals, so 35% off. It lowers a little bit more the price here. I think last time we covered this was around 30%, if not mistaken, so it's at a better price now. We got Hogwarts Legacy 50% off, still maintains that. Again, excellent game from everything that I saw, and I think they're going to do during this summer. They're going to introduce, I think, a new mission which was exclusive to the PlayStation. I think I don't remember which one, but yeah, it's something good to see that they're going to, even after almost a year and something, they're going to update a little bit more the game. And then we got also Marvel's Midnight Suns 75% off. I don't think they're going to lower this more in the upcoming months here. I think it's a decent price for the game that it is. I think the Legendary Edition is the better version, given that you got all the characters and the decks associated, like new missions and stuff. And the game seems pretty good. It's very in line with XCOM 2 kind of gameplay, but with deck building mechanics introduced. And lastly, on Steam, we got Batman Arkham Collection. Again, excellent trilogy. And yeah, now that I see this, that there was that Mrs. Freeze or whatever they call it, even Warner Brothers is just trying to DMCA everybody regarding that announcement on the image itself. But yeah, I'm not covering that because that's a dead game. A Suicide Squad, it's a dead game. You got only like around 300 people online in that game in any given day and time. But yeah, this trilogy is pretty good. I think it's excellent overall. I played the first two ones already and I really liked. And one of these days I will buy this Arkham Knight. I didn't buy it yet because when I buy it, I have to play. I want to play the trilogy all by itself. I'm not going to do a series on this one. Because mainly it's Warner Brothers games. I tend to avoid doing as best as I can Warner Brothers games, but yeah, it's already some old game here. But again, excellent trilogy. And on GOG we got the Plague Tale duology on sale. So the first game 80% off, and the second game 55% off. It's the usual thing that is being happening lately with the Plague Tale games. Again, this seems pretty interesting in terms of story-wise. One of these days I will pick up this game and do a gameplay series. At least I'm very interested in doing so. And lastly, again, we got Prey Digital Deluxe Edition. Again, if you think it's a little bit too much, I recommend the Standard Edition. It's got the main game there. Again, very underrated game as an immersive scene. It's a shame that they had to go with this name, the Prey name. But yeah, it's a very excellent game. Yeah, and I think this is the same one that that was closed, the same studio, Arcane Austin, if not mistaken. It's Arcane Studios. I'm not sure which one they got several branches there, but yeah, very excellent game. That is very underrated. It's a recommendation for me. And also I did a gameplay series on this one, so it's got a stamp of approval. But yeah, for today this is it, guys, regarding everything. Yeah, I will have to see if I can manage to do that Nox Newman theory regarding Elden Ring. But yeah, other than that, for today, I think this is it. Later, again, I will publish the Jedi Survivor and Dead Space Remake episodes. But yeah, I will wrap up with a plug on my Patreon for extra support. The extra support at this moment in time is more in line for me to have a better storage solution for me to be able to get backups of stuff that I do for my clients, and of course some extra space for the videos that I do for the channel. And with all that said, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next time. So until then, Kunamy Master out.